Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video. Today I'll be showcasing Iron Valiant EX with the newly released set Phantasmal Flames. So with that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which new cards we'll be running. So we do run all 4 copies of the Iron Valiant EX here, and this will be our main attacker. And we do have a really good ability with the Tachyon bits, where once during your turn when this Pokemon moves from the bench to the active, we can put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. And then we do have the Laser Blade for the attack for the 2 Psychic, 1 Colorless. We can do 200 base damage, and then during your next turn, this Pokemon can attack. But we can easily work around this by doing a double switch out. And then we do run the 3 copies of the Iron Crown EX here for that ability Cobalt Command, where attacks used by your future Pokemon, except any Iron Crown EX, do an extra 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And what's really good is that the ability does stack up. If we get all 3 of these into play, we can do an extra 6 more damage with our future Pokemon. And then we do run the 2 copies of the single prize Miraidon for that peak acceleration attack. For the 1 colorless energy, we can do 40 base damage, and then we can search out our deck for 2 basic energy cards and attach them to our future Pokemon in any way we like. And then lastly, we just have the 1 copy of the Lillie's Clefairy EX here for that Fairy Zone ability, where the weakness of your opponent's Dragon-type Pokemon is now Psychic-type. And then moving on to our trainer cards for our Ace spec, we have the Prime Catcher, which will be a double switch out, where you get to gust up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and then you do get to switch out your own active Pokemon as well. And then the new item card that we got with Phantasmal Flames, we got the Wondrous Patch here, where we can attach a basic Psychic Energy card from our discard pile to one of our benched Psychic Pokemon. And we do run all 4 copies of Wondrous Patch. And then for our Stadium cards, we have the 2 copies of the Mystery Garden, where once during each player's turn, that player can discard an energy card from their hand in order to draw cards until they have as many cards in their hand as Psychic Pokemon in play. And then for our supporter cards, we have the 3 copies of Arven, where we can search an item card and a tool card. The 4 copies of Iono for draw support as well as hand disruption. The 4 copies of Professor's Research for some extra draw support. And then for our tool cards, we have the 3 copies of the future Capsule for our future Pokemon, where the future Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost, as well as the attacks will do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And then lastly, for our tool cards, we have the 1 copy of the TM Devolution. And then for our energy cards, we run all 4 copies of the Jet Energy, which will be a colorless energy and a switching option, all rolled into one. And then lastly, for our basic energies, we have the 8 basic Psychic Energies. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into some games here. And it looks like we take a mulligan here. So we did win the coin toss, decided to go second, had our opponent go first. And we did take 1 mulligan. So yeah, I wonder if they're going to be a fighting type deck because I got the sleeves. Yeah, it looks like it's actually going to be the Mega Lucario. So yeah, we did win the coin toss, decided to go second, had our opponent go first. We did take 1 mulligan here. And looks like this will be Mega Lucario. Yeah, and there's the Riolu. And then there's Cycle. I even searched out the Mega Lucario already. Let's restart for 2. Yeah, let's go for damage. So yeah, and there's a Mega Lucario. I've already saw that last turn. They can only attach 1 energy, so they're either retreating out or attaching to Mega Lucario. It will release Determination. I draw 8 cards. And looks like they're going to Gustus here. See, the Night Stretcher. Yeah, I guess we'll just go back into Miraidon maybe. So I pick up Psychic Energy. Yeah, there's a Mega Lucario. So, yeah, they definitely are weak to Psychic. So they're going to draw 3 of the Pheasantipity. They're probably going to get Lunatone back into play somehow with Nest Ball maybe. Another Riolu. Yeah, they just go for the Aura Jab, actually. I think they forgot to use the Flip the Script, actually. Unless they just didn't want to. I don't know. I did a pretty tough matchup for them, like weakness. This really makes it really hard. Yeah, we're literally doing 440 here. Even though we didn't find a single supporter card, like technically we're drawing really badly here. So we get... Yeah, there's some good trainer cards, but not a supporter card still. Like, look at this. Not a single Arven. Lillie, something. I get another Mega Lucario into play here. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty quick game. So yeah, even with lousy draw, we still can easily win against if we have the weakness criteria thing here. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go for the Mega Brave, the Ultra Ball. I'm guessing maybe Lunatone? No, another Riolu? I don't know. They haven't even used Flip the Script, I'm kind of surprised. They gust us for Iron Crown. Yeah. There's Flip the Script, okay. So there's really not much they can do. Yeah, let's go for the 400. Still didn't find a supporter card. Very interesting. What do we get here? 2 Techno Radar. There we go. And not only the Great Star. Let's see, our opponent won the coin toss. They decided to go first. Has to go second. It looks like this might be Mega Lucario actually. Or Golden Go. No, it's probably Mega Lucario actually. You get Lunatone. Yeah, it looks like no mulligans either. So the Ultra Ball. So I feel like we'll probably just Nest Ball right for the Miraidon. Jet energy into it, then research. No, this is gonna be actually the Golden Go probably, because that's Cypher Magnet code breaking. Yeah, it is Golden Go. Yeah, I'm just going to research. There's no point of the Iron Bundle. They'll just give us Lunatone most likely. See, they play Lavencia. And they get Arven Vessel and Air Balloon for the Arven. Looks like they're running Megalopony. They're probably not going to use it because we really aren't using any walling options. There's a Genesect. And they go around to Gimmighoul. Maybe they will evolve up because they have the attack signal actually. So they could have just knock us out right here. Say the Nest Ball for another Gimmighoul. So they need 4 energies altogether, counting the one that they attached. So 3 more. Unless they have Vitality Band. Yeah, they probably have the one hit KO. I don't feel like nobody would do 100 damage and call it a day. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna research here. Yeah, talking about that, really good luck here. Should we just get the Miraidon back from the discard? See, let's try Hyper Blower here. I feel like it might buy us a turn here. Let's get the Miraidon back, I guess. That is pretty bad, actually. Just really did not get what we needed, and they got the air balloon. So, will they have what, 4, 5 energies to knock us out? Kind of likely, not gonna lie. Golden Go is just really solid of a deck. Yeah, and there's Superior Energy Retrieval, so that's 4 out of 5 energy cards. So, the odds that they have 1 energy card among those 4 is pretty likely. At least now we can go right into the Miraidon. Build it up with the Wondrous Patch, knock out hopefully the Golden Go. Because they're definitely knocking us out here. And isn't even really that much of a standard deck list. It's pretty interesting that they have the Hops Cramorant in here. I don't know why they went for 300 damage. Oh right, the weakness. Totally forgot about that. So there, we still have a chance here. Still have a chance. That's Night Stretcher, the Iron Valiant. We would need still the Techno Radar, I guess. Potentially take 4 prize cards. Yeah, let's knock out the Genesect. Pretty much take 4 prize cards here in 1 turn. Hopefully we can get an Iron Valiant here, maybe. No, Mystery Garden. Oh well, let's put Mew into play. Let's put Mystery Garden. Let's use Mystery Garden. Or let's restart for 1. Switch. Okay, that's pretty good. Another Iron Valiant. So that was pretty cool to take 4 prize cards in 1 turn. Nest Ball and Iron Valiant. Especially when it looked pretty bad, but I think... What is that? That's 3 Wondrous Patch in our discard. Not looking too great. And I only need just 3 energies to knock us out here. Fighting Gong. Yeah, Spare Injury Retrieval again. Totally forgot about the weakness here. Yeah, just make it rain. They need 3 energies. I feel like what we need here is Iono. I don't see any way to win this without Iono. Prime Catcher. Let's restart for 2. Yeah, let's go Iono. Absolutely crazy that we drew that off of a restart. I feel like we don't have any energies left in the deck, honestly. Let's see what we can do here. 80 damage. And there was 1 energy left in the deck. So we should have still jet energies. Probably only 2 because there's 2 in the discard. Say they Nest Ball for Pheasantipity. So they can't use that yet. Let's see if we can beat weakness here. We are very close. Fighting Gong. So unfortunate. They have that. They can use the Lunar Cycle here and draw 3. Talking about really close. They coin bonus for 1. Can this Iono buy us a turn? Even with 1 prize card where they drew 1 card? Yeah, they 2-row. Yeah, good luck. Do they have 3 energies? They even have the Spare Injury Retrieval. Yeah, I'm gonna concede. We definitely lost this. Okay, we got a mulligan here. They take a mulligan, so they do cancel out. So we did win the coin toss. We decided to go second, had our opponent go first. And we each took a mulligan, but they canceled each other out. It looks like there's gonna be Mega Venusaur. I got Force of Vitality, there's the Ivysaur, bug catching sets. So we really don't need the Lillie's Clefairy EX here. I guess we can just use Techno Radar for that. Force of Vitality. They attach energy instead of using Teal Dance, I don't know why. Or maybe we can get rid of the Psychic Energy of the Techno Radar. Use the Wonder Patch. Say they put Bulbasaur down. Okay, this time they use Teal Dance. So they draw a card. They do have a 0 retreat Mew in the active, so they're probably going to retreat out. Nest Ball. I don't know why they put 2 Mew EXs into play. Another Ogerpon. They keep the Mew EX in the active. Pick up Nest Ball and Mew EX. And they just go into Mew EX in to their second one. Interesting, I didn't get a supporter card yet. There's Ivysaur. And a Gustus. Or the Iron Crown. Yeah, talking about pretty bad luck. I can't believe they don't need support of the guy's boss, and then they Night Stretcher the Mew back. They restart for 2. I guess maybe to use restart twice. Potentially. Wow, they do not do anything here. Yeah, let's go for the KO. 280 damage here. We pick up Psychic Energy and Arven. They go into Ivysaur. So if they get the Mega Venusaur, they could just one-hit KO us here. There's the Bayleaf. Ooh, and Lillie's Determination. Talking about a pretty bad draw. I don't know how long they had that in their hand. I'm assuming they just must have drawn it last turn. Or this turn. See, they Teal Dance. But yeah, we can just basically use Prime Catcher and just KO the Ogre Pond or the Mew. Yeah, they Solar Transfer. They only need 4 energies. They still don't have the Meganium, but they can move any amount of grass energies. Yeah, there's a Jungle Dump. Yeah, all we need is Prime Catcher. Yeah, let's go for the 280. And there we go, last prize card of the game. Night Stretcher and Switch. There we go. Okay, all we get is the Iron Crown here. So we did win the coin toss, decided to go second, had our opponent go first. And looks like neither one of us took any mulligans here. So looks like they opened Pheasantipity. This could be Gardevoir or Mega Gardevoir. So we really have no way of really KOing that Pheasantipity with our Miraidon. Yeah, they do pick up Roralts, so there's definitely going to be a Gardevoir. I feel like they got a decent start. Even though they had the Ultra Ball, they have 2 Psychic Energies in discard here. I don't know if I want to play that Mystery Garden, honestly, actually. Let's Jet Energy. So I feel like we're going to have no chance, really, of KOing the Fez. Yeah, let's just go for the 80 damage. I do kind of like that Future Box does put immediate pressure on your opponent. Yeah, they play Lillie's Determination. Because Miraidon does a good chunk of damage here. If we put the Future Capsule, it could have been 100 damage. And if we had one more Iron Crown, it would have been like 120. So a good chunk of damage for a basic. And they even get Sacred Box. What did they discard? I'm pretty sure they discard at least one Psychic Energy with the box. Yeah. They discard Monkey Dory as well. You got another Waltz. Yeah, let's end anything off Team Evolution. They already have another Psychic Energy. So what is that? 4 in the discard, 1 in play is 5. They pick up another one is 6. So they basically got all of their Psychic Energies probably. There could be a chance that maybe one got prized. But that's a maybe. So they get 2 Curlia, they have both in the deck. Should we go Iono? I don't really want to. I'll just knock out Pheasantipity here. I feel like it's kind of early as Iono. Research an Iron Valiant. See, the Artisan, Monkey Dory. Oh wow, they have Lillie's Determination again. That's bad for us. So 82, 5 energy still in the discard. I feel like even if they get Gardevoir into play, they move the 20 damage over, or the 30 damage, it'll be... And that is a one-hit KO, actually, if it's 30 damage. See, they got Mega Diancie, so okay. There is a Mega Evolution here, it's not Mega Gardevoir though. It's Mega Diancie. Yeah, there's the Dreaded Brain, probably onto Valiant, yeah. Yeah, I'm really not interested in him moving damage counters over, actually. See, the Ultra Ball. Yeah, there's a Gardevoir. Yeah, kind of surprised they moved it to our active because they're KOing us anyways. Whether it's through Gardevoir or Mega Diancie. Yeah, they're building up Mega Diancie as well. I'm kind of surprised I put the Mega Diancie into the active. Pretty surprised. Let's use Wondrous Patch. I feel like we pretty much win this here. We can put 20 on Mega Diancie and then do 230 here. Yeah, there we go. Last 3 prize cards because that was a Mega. There we go. Well, those are all the games. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.